Hey guys, it's my attempt to record a voiceover on one of my gameplays. So I played Doffy here against Blackbeard. I won the dice roll. I choose to go first. I'm looking for Perona here. I do find the Perona, which is great. I get to play Perona on my turn 1, stack my top 5 cards, being able to guarantee the leader effect to hit. I play Perona. I see Weevil, which is one of the better options because it's a 6k body. I'll probably put the Mihawk on top because it's a 2k counter. That's the way when I cheat out the Weevil. When they swing into it, I'll be able to defend it. So what happens here is I know that Blackbeard is going to do the leader effect during his turn. That way, when I trigger the Weevil, his on-play effect won't work. And when I'll draw, I won't be able to draw with Weevil. Therefore, the Jinbei is not stacked correctly. So there you go, Weevil. Nothing much here, I just pass. He triggers. This is my age. Gets the search. Takes a Lafitte. Great for him. Lafitte's a very powerful card. It's a pseudo blocker because once he uses effect, it's rested and I'll have to swing into it. And if I don't, he can repeat the effect and keep searching every turn. It's not a body I want to leave on his board. He swings 5 at my leader. I have the counter instant in hand, but I choose to take it because I don't want him to starve me. Later in the game, the more he starves me and the less resources I have, that's a great way for him to end the game when he spams the 10 cost Blackbeard. So I don't want to get starved, I take the life. He activates Black Hole, which is what he kind of has to do every turn. Else, if I start swarming the board with Jinbeis, he won't be able to handle the tempo. So I have 5 dawns here. I know the card that I stacked on top of my deck is no good. So I'm trying to see what I can do here. There's really not much I can do. It's pretty much swing 6 and then play a 4 cost body. I swing 6, a nice little poke. Either give me a 2k or take life. It's a good indicator to know that he probably doesn't have a 2k because else he would have countered. Unless he doesn't have any follow-up plays and he just wants to draw something that he could potentially play. For 2 dawns, he plays the Lafitte that he searched last turn. Look at top 5 card, add 1. Chooses Dock Q, which is another semi-pseudo blocker that kind of forces me to attack into. Since after he uses the Dock Q's effect, it stays on board rested, and if I don't clear it, he can recur the effect. 7 face, same thing as last swing. I'll probably take it. I don't want to get starved. Dock Q clears my Perona. So now I have 2 swings on board, and he has 2 rested bodies. It's great for him because I don't get to pressure his life and I have to clear his body on board. I'm still very new to commentating my videos, so I tend to bug a lot. Hopefully I get used to it more in the future. So I have 7 dawns here. Gravity Blade is not an option. Gravity Blade is way too weak to use on a Dock Q and a Lafitte. I could use it later if he plays like Van Ogre or Jesus Burgess. Those are better targets for Gravity Blade. Very basic, swing 5 into the dot Q. He draws 1. My top deck is a Jinbei, but I think I forget at this point of the game. I forget what I stacked because it's been 2 turns and I got distracted by the misplay I did earlier. I use Teach to guarantee the top deck, and it's also great to set up the Teach for next turn. Attach 2 to my leader off of the Teach's effect. I'll swing 7 into the Lafitte, nothing crazy there. Cheat out of body. I was still considering my options before I did anything, but there's not much options there. But still making sure that everything's good. For 4 costs, I cheat out Mihawk. Not cheat out, I just play a Mihawk. I don't cheat it out, I just play it out. So now I have a pretty wide board. He's very unlikely to be able to clear everything. It's not impossible, but he would have to use like a lot of black holes, finger pistol, and a big swing into a Jinbei and hope that I don't have the counters in hand, which I do. I started writing guides on Patreon if you guys want to go check it out. It's free. I'm not charging anything. The link is in the description below. If you guys have any comments on how I should do the voiceover and commentate over my video, let me know. It did take me a couple tries to do this one because I edited the video, tried to think it out, had to do multiple attempts, mostly because my mic was no good. He plays Lafitte here, searches another searcher. He only has 6 dawns left. Gives me a good indicator of what he could potentially do. Swing 7s, 4 dawns left. I would want to counter out of this swing. That means I get to keep my bodies on board. And with 4 dawns, he can only play Black Hole, Finger Pistol, Burgess, or Laboon. So he plays Burgess, so my board is safe. And what's great is I have a Gravity Blade since the beginning of the game. And with Teach on board, it's very easy to use Gravity Blade since I can get 2 extra dawns with Teach. He activates Black's Hole, which is great. If he didn't activate Black Hole and had Jozu, which is I actually have in hand, or Law, I have ways to bounce the Burgess back to hand, which he doesn't want. So Black Hole limits my option to only Gravity Blade pretty much, or Red Rock if you play it. I have 9 dawns here. There's a lot of plays I can do. I was considering swinging big into his life, which is not the right play because if I do that, I cannot play Gravity Blade. I'm about to swing 6 with Mihawk to be able to draw 2, discard 2. Fix my hand a bit, look for 2Ks. I don't think I have many 2Ks in hand or any at all. And also, it's a way for me to start digging for the perfume. Because the perfume you need it if he manages to get to the late game and spam 10 cost blocker Blackbeard. Perfumes allow me to close the game even though he has a board of blocker. So I draw 2 cards that aren't crazy, but I do draw the Boa, which is a 6k body that I can cheat out with the leader and Teach afterwards. So he counters out of the Mihawk swing, which is fine. Jinbei 5, I just keep poking him, keep up the aggression. Trying to get cards out of his hand or just take life. Either option is good with me. Keep poking 5. So a Gravity Blade here with 8 dawns, with 7 dawns, 1 remaining. It's a great play here because you see at 8 dawns, if I Gravity Blade, I still have 1 active. Then I can use Teach's effect to stack 2 rested dawn to my leader, swing 7, and then play a body out, which is great for me. He ends up getting a trigger, a finger pistol, clearing 1 of my body. Which to me doesn't matter because my board is so wide at this point. There's the boa, the bigger body, the 4K body. Clearing the Teach would have been nice, but at this point of the game, I have too many bodies on board. He has to like slow down my aggression. He has 10 dawns, not many cards in hand. I think he has 5 cards in hand. Playing a 10 cost Blackbeard blocker here is no good. He can freeze 1 of my bodies, but I still get 4 swings left. With 1 life, it's pretty scary. What else could he potentially do? Play 2 finger pistol, black hole. He needs to clear my board as much as possible. And hope that he survives the following turn. Because at this point of the game, I am pretty starved. I only have 2 cards in hand. But he did give me 2 life. So I think in this matchup, Teach does have to starve the Doffy. So 7 into Mihawk. I don't have the 2K in hand. But this is a tip you can do when you play at locals. You can wait it out a bit just to show your opponent you're actually thinking, considering that you maybe want to counter out, but you actually don't have the counters. So it's a semi-bluff. I ended up giving it. Don't stall too long. Plays for 1. So 10 cost Blackbeard is out of the picture. Actually, I already used 2 dawns to attach on his leader, so he doesn't even have that option anymore. Grabs a 2K, which is fine. He has 7 dawns left. At that point, I know that one of my Jinbei is going to survive. Because there's no cards for him to use with 7 dawn and being able to clear 2 bodies. So he plays out Van Ogre, -3 on my Jinbei, and Dock Q to clear the Jinbei. Good for him. So he only had 2 cards in hand, and I have 3 swings. I pretty much know that it's lethal here. So the only cards I'm pretty much scared of out of his life is a finger pistol. Because if he does, I lose the Teach swing. But then again, I'm not too worried. Because if it's a finger pistol, I just swing big with leader and win. He countered out the Jinbei 7K swing. I swung 5 with Teach since he has no hand size. He gets a trigger. Here's the Jinbei, but doesn't really matter. But because I closed the game here with the leader. Just swinging with leader and close the game. It was a pretty good game. If you guys like me commentating over my video, let me know. I'll try to figure out what I can do in the future and stuff like that. I'm still very new to this. Thanks guys for watching. Peace, take care.